Welcome to Easy to Love Yoga with Shanna. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to subscribe to this channel to help support me in my endeavors in teaching yoga online for free on YouTube. Don't forget to share with your friends and family as well. Let's begin our chair yoga class today. We are going to use a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can also use a men's necktie or a belt from a robe. Let's come seated forward in our chair, glutes on the chair, hamstrings off the chair, allowing us to have that nice 90-degree bend at the knees and feet flat on the floor. Let's take a moment here to notice our posture, sitting nice and tall, elongating the spine, bringing the crown of the head rising towards the ceiling. Let's roll our shoulders back and down a couple of times, looking to release any tension we might be holding in our shoulders. And when you're ready, place your hands wherever they land comfortably in your lap. Take a moment now and close your eyes and just notice your breath. Notice as you inhale, the chest rises and then the belly rises. And as you exhale, the belly falls and then the chest falls. Let's notice our breath for the next 5 rounds of breath. Bring your attention now to the crown of your head. Let's do a scan of our body from the crown of our head down to our toes, noticing any areas you need to be mindful of during this practice, and remembering always if a pose doesn't feel safe or doesn't feel right for you today, you do not need to do that pose. Please wait for us to move on. It's important to always stay safe in this or any other practice. Completing the scan of our body, and now bringing our attention once again to our breath for a 4 square breathing exercise. Starting with an inhale through the nose of 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain the emptiness. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, relaxing the shoulders. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Inhaling, notice your posture. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Returning now to your regular breath, and just notice that you're breathing deeply. Keeping our shoulders relaxed and our eyes closed, let's lower the right ear towards the right shoulder, gently stretching out the left side of the neck. One more breath here. Return to center, and this time lower the left ear towards the left shoulder, gently stretching out the right side of the neck. One more breath here. Return to center, lifting the chin as if you were gazing up at the ceiling, stretching the front of the neck. One more breath. Return to center, relax the shoulders, and this time bring the chin in towards the chest, stretching the back of the neck. One more breath here. Return to center, gently open your eyes. Let's roll our shoulders to the back a couple of times, lifting the elbows slightly. And now roll in the opposite direction to the front of the room. One more roll here. Beautiful. Let's work on our wrists, getting some functional movement, keeping the wrists healthy. Let's roll in one direction. And then we're going to change and roll the opposite direction. Taking a moment here, making a stop sign with one hand, bringing gentle pressure to the fingers just until you feel the sensation of the stretch in the lower part of the wrist. Holding here for 4 breaths. And then gently lowering the fingers, and once again gentle pressure, this time feeling the sensation of the stretch along the top of the wrist. These are the extensors and flexors of the wrist that we're working with this stop sign process. One more breath here. And let's change hands, starting with that stop sign. Gentle pressure to the fingers until you feel the stretch in the lower part of the wrist. 4 breaths here. And gently lowering the fingers, and one last time, gentle pressure to the fingers, feeling the stretch along the top of the wrist. So if you have a repetitive job, these are really great stretches to take a break throughout the day and do them here and there just to keep the wrists and the forearms healthy. And just releasing the hands, let's give it a little shake, jazz hands. Beautiful. Let's drop our hands down to our side. We're going to bring one hand overhead. The other hand can grab your chair if that's comfortable. I want you to look through the fingers to the ceiling. Really feel the rib cage open on this side of the body as we reach high as we can towards the ceiling. And changing sides, dropping that hand and bringing the opposite hand straight overhead. Once again, really stretch and reach. Feel that rib cage lift. Now we're going to add some movement here, going from side to side and adding a tiny side bend and changing from side to side, looking up through the fingers each time. Each time that hand comes overhead, coming into a little deeper side bend. Just gradually adding on to the side bend, slowing down if you need to as you get deeper into the side bend. Looking up to the ceiling. Deepening the side bend. And next time we're going to take that side bend, make it as deep as you can comfortably. Hold for 3 breaths. And let's change sides. Once again, as deep as comfortable. Hold for 3 breaths. Beautiful. Let's come back to our starting position. Now we're going to sit nice and tall here. We're going to bring the palms of our hands facing each other in front of the body. We're introducing a gentle twist. So our left hand is going to travel first. As the hand travels, we're exhaling. So exhale and allow the left hand to travel as far behind you as you can comfortably twist. Inhaling to bring the hand forward. Right hand travels. Follow with your gaze as you exhale. Inhale to bring the hand forward. Exhale left. Inhale forward. Exhale right. Inhale forward. And here's a little change. Keep your gaze straight ahead. As we exhale, both hands travel behind. Feel the chest lift and open. Inhale forward. Exhale. Inhale. One more change here. Now the backs of the hands face each other. It's an exhale and press. Inhale forward. Now if this bothers your shoulders, you can press a little bit lower. Exhale and press. Inhale forward. Let's do one more. Exhale and press. Inhale forward. Beautiful. Let's allow your hands to drop down to your knees. We're going to sit nice and tall here. We're taking one hand to the opposite knee and bringing the other hand behind us on the chair. Sitting tall, I'd like you to exhale and twist. Look over your shoulder, holding this gentle twist for 8 rounds of breath. Notice the muscles resisting as we first move into this pose. Just continue to breathe deeply. They will begin to relax. One more breath here. Let's slowly come back to our starting position. Changing sides, so hand to opposite knee, the other hand behind you on the chair. Sit nice and tall. Exhale, twist, look over your shoulder. 8 rounds of breath here. One more round of breath. Slowly unwind, coming forward. Beautiful. Let's roll the shoulders to the back twice. Rolling the shoulders to the front twice. Now let's take that strap off of your shoulders. We're going to start with that strap knee width apart. It's going to be down by our knees. We're going to lift that strap just in front of our eye line, and we're just going to look up through to the ceiling. Sitting nice and tall here. Focus on posture. We're going to exhale and twist to one side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center, and hold here. Let's widen the grip on the strap. We're keeping that strap tight, but it's a nice wide grip on the strap. And once again, let's exhale and twist, looking up through the strap at the ceiling. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Last time, inhale, center. Beautiful. Keeping the strap where it is, nice and long. We're going to drop one hand towards the seat of our chair and the other hand directly overhead. So as we exhale, we lower one hand, we look through the hand overhead. Inhale to center. Exhale the other way. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Last time, exhale, lower. Inhale, center. Beautiful. And bring that strap down. Now we're going to sit all the way back in the chair. This is the only time we do this in class. So sitting all the way back in the chair, just having your toes balanced, holding you here. We're going to take that strap and it's going to be nice and wide. And we're going to be stretching the upper back and shoulders. So remember, you can widen your grip on the strap if needed. So we're going to start that strap down by our knees. Let's inhale, bring the strap up. Let's exhale, bring the strap behind us all the way to our seat. Inhale, strap up. Exhale to our knees. Inhale, up. Exhale to your seat. Inhale, up. Exhale to the knees. Inhale, up. Exhale to the seat. And remember, if this is your current range of motion right here, just stay here. Don't try to push yourself. Let's inhale, up. Exhale to the knees. This time we inhale and exhale for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's lower that strap. Let's come seated forward in the chair. Once again, just the glutes on the chair, that 90-degree bend at the knees. So remember, when you're doing that overhead, trying to bring that strap behind, perhaps this is your range of motion. So you can just work in this range of motion. Remember, yoga is a practice. We don't force any pose. Over time, as long as you continue to practice, you just may get the result you're looking for. So let's sit nice and tall here once again. We're going to take that strap. It's going to be knee width apart. We're holding it at shoulder height. I want you to bend your elbows slightly. So what we're going to do is try to pull the strap apart. So pulling hard in both directions. I'm going to count it down. 3, 2, 1. Pull. Pull as hard as you can in both directions. I want you to feel all the muscles in the shoulders and the arms engage here. We're going to hold for 2 more breaths. You might feel a little shaking. And let's relax for just a moment. I'm going to count it down one more time. 3, 2, 1. Pull. Holding 4 breaths. One more breath. And relax. Beautiful. Let's lower that strap. We're going to take the strap now. We're going to bring it around the sole of our left foot. Hold both ends of the strap in your left hand. We're going to pick up our foot. We're going to always keep our knees slightly bent. We're going to take that foot and we're going to bring it out to the side. Check that your knee is still bent here. We're still thinking about posture, sitting nice and tall. You're going to feel your quad engage here, holding your leg up against gravity, but this is our inner thigh and groin stretch. Think about posture. Remember to continue to breathe. Now let's draw that foot forward, out to the side, getting a little movement, keeping it going. Just adding some movement here. Let's hold at the side and let's add a little bit of a pulse, feeling the quads engage slightly here. 2 more. Pausing here. Draw your foot forward, grab that strap halfway and bring it across the opposite knee, keeping your foot flexed to protect your bent knee. Now if your hips are really tight, the foot on the floor can come more forward to give you a little bit more room. So see what works best for you. Now in this posture with that foot flex, we're going to exhale and lower our body towards our legs. You're looking for a nice stretching sensation in the hips. Most of us have very tight hips, so it might be a little uncomfortable, but it shouldn't be painful. If it's painful, just rise up a little bit out of that pose. So remember to continue to breathe deep here. We're going to stay here for 8 rounds of breath. The last 4 rounds of breath, lower closer to the leg if you can. Deepen your stretch. 1 more breath here. And let's slowly rise up. Strap in both hands. Let's bring that foot down to the floor. We're going to change the foot in the strap. So now the right foot is in the strap. Both ends of the strap are in our right hand. Our right knee is going to stay slightly bent. We're going to pick that foot up off the floor. You can hold onto the chair to assist with posture. Let's take that leg out to the side. Check that your knee is bent. Inner thigh and groin stretch. Think about posture here. Try not to slouch. And let's add some movement. Draw that foot forward to the side. Keep it going. Let's do 1 more. We're going to hold out at the side and we're just going to do a little pulse here. Knee is still bent, using the strap for leverage here. And 2 more. Let's pause. Draw the foot forward, grab that strap halfway and bring that foot across the opposite knee, keeping that front foot flexed to protect the bent knee. Let's exhale and lower towards our legs, feeling that nice stretch in the hips. We're staying here for 8 rounds of breath. The last 4 rounds of breath, lower a little closer if you can, intensify your stretch. Last breath here. Let's slowly rise up. Strap in both hands. Let's bring that foot down to the ground. Let's just take that strap away and set it aside. We're still sitting nice and tall in the chair, just our glutes on the chair. Let's grab the chair on both sides with our hands, picking up 1 foot, doing that little bit of functional movement here. Let's roll out our ankle in one direction. I want you to take a look at your ankles while we're doing this exercise. Let's change directions now. Make sure you're making a circle and not some other shape. We can lose movement in our body and not even realize it, so just take a look. Let's change this now to a point for 2. Flex for 2, point, flex, point, flex. We'll do 1 more, point, flex. Let's set that foot down. Let's start with the other foot. Once again, rolling the ankle in one direction. Take a look at your foot. Is it a circle or something else? Are you losing range of motion? Something to work on. Let's roll the other way. And let's turn this into a point and a flex. Point, flex, point, flex. Last one, point and flex. And set that foot down. Now just a little movement into our hips here. Place your hands on your hips. We're going to be making a nice circle. I want you to notice if there's any tightness as you're coming through this circle in your hips or perhaps in your low back. Just take note. Let's do 1 more circle, stopping at their original position, and now we're going to change directions, moving the opposite way, and once again noticing any tightness or discomfort. 1 more circle here, and let's let's pause. Beautiful. Now we're just going to release our hands. We're going to roll our shoulders back a couple of times. Roll them forward. And then just rest them on your hips. We're going to work on our lower body a little bit here. So we're going to keep our toes rooted into the floor. We're going to bring our heels in, back to center, and out. So pivoting on your toes, in, center, out, center, in, center, out, center, heels in, heels center, heels out. Keep that movement going. Let's do one more full completion. Out, center, in, center. Pausing here. Now just bring your feet forward just a tiny bit. Now it's going to be our heels rooted into the floor and the toes will be doing the movement. So toes in, center, out, center, in, center, out, center, in, center, out, center. Keep it going. Let's do one more complete set. And pausing here. Beautiful. Now we're just going to drop our hands down by the side. Let's inhale, reach up. Have one wrist to grab the other. And we're just going to do a gentle side bend. Coming back to center and lowering the hands. Once again, reach up. This time the opposite hand grabs the wrist. Side bend the other way. Let's come back to center, lower the hands, bring them down to your knees. We're going to do some cow and cat breath without using our arms. Starting with an inhale to cow, lifting the chest, look up at the ceiling, belly comes slightly forward. And as we exhale into cat, we're arching our back towards the back of the chair, looking down towards our feet. Inhale, lift to cow. Exhale and arch to cat. Inhale, lift to cow. Exhale, arch to cat. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift to cow. And exhale, arch to cat. Beautiful, sitting nice and tall here. Dropping your fingers down by your side. A couple rounds of Tao breath here. Let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, draw the hands towards your shoulders and then press away from the body. Inhale, lift the hands up in front of the body. And exhale, pull them in towards the body, back to our starting position. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to shoulders and press away. Inhale, lift in front. Exhale, draw back in. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the shoulders and press away. Inhale, lift in front. Exhale, draw back in. And this time on your inhale, bring the palms of the hands together overhead. Lower them down to heart center. Close your eyes, sitting nice and tall here. Let's do one final scan of our body without expectation or judgment. Just notice how you're feeling after practice today. Taking a moment to notice the sensations in your body. Just paying attention. Bringing your attention once again to your breath, noticing your breath, breathing deeply. I'd like to thank you for sharing your energy in this practice today. The light within me humbly bows to the light within each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with this practice today, and I'll see you again next time.